Hello folks, I'm Philip E and welcome back to Stellaris. We are the Recyclers Union and we are in a state of rebuilding our fleets and moving towards getting this ruin ring done. And I wanted to talk a little bit about the new tech we got. So we just pick a random ship here. We got the Null Void Beam in the last episode. And I wasn't quite sure what it is. This is a special tech that we picked up along the way. I can't quite remember how we got it. Maybe you could remind me in the comments if you know. And it says by harnessing the entropic nature of the null void, this beam can actually destroy energy. Hover over the icon to see the detailed info. So it sounds really cool. I think we got it from an event, but I'm not 100% sure. But doing a little research and some comparison of the other weapons here, it's not as good as it seems. So we'll just take a look at the large variant here. So large variant, it's an energy type weapon, so that's cool. It does damage 36 to 95. It's a little on the low end. Its cooldown is 4.4. Its accuracy is 90, which is pretty good. Tracking is 5%, not great. Range 120. The average damage is 13.9. And it has a plus 400% damage to shields, which is its reason to exist, right? Its main speciality. But it has negative 75 armor damage and negative 75 hull damage. So once you get through the shields, which this will push through fairly quickly, then it struggles to do damage to anything else on the ship. So you don't want a whole ship of these for sure. And if you do that, and you do like negative 75% hull damage, that damage at the that it's doing goes from a maximum of 95 to a maximum of something like 24 damage to armor and hull. And those are the other two layers you need to get to destroy a ship. So we may be doing 400% damage to the shields. So 400% of 95 is 380. So it's doing 380 damage to the shields. But after that, it's only doing something like 24 damage to each the armor and the hull per hit. So if you compare that to the laser, which is also an energy weapon, and I have level 5 lasers here, they have a 102 to 276 damage range. Their cooldown is 4.6, which is slightly slower than the Null Void laser, but really not that much slower. Accuracy is 90, tracking 5, that's the same. Range is 80, so they are 40 shorter range. So if you're really at a long range, the Null Void Beam is good, but most ships tend to fight in the medium range, so I don't think that's particularly useful, and the average damage is higher. Now against shields, they do negative 50% damage. So that 276 against shields as a max comes down to, what is that, 138. For some quick math there. 138 is not too bad. It's no 380, which is what the Null Void Beam is doing, but for 3 hits per one Null Void Beam hit, I think it's an okay trade-off, especially considering it doesn't suffer negative damage, or not negative damage, doesn't suffer a huge malice to doing damage to the other 2 layers on a ship, the armor and the hull. In fact, it does bonus armor damage of extra 50%, so it does something like 390, 400 odd damage to armor, and then at the hull it does its standard 276. So if you remember, the Null Void did do 380 to the shields, but as soon as it got to the armor, then it's only doing 24. Whereas this one is doing only 138 damage to the shields, but once it gets through the shields, it's doing its close to 400 damage to the armor, and then the regular 276 to the hull. Pretty sure this is how it works. Yes, there's a range malice here. It is a shorter range weapon. Yes, it fires slightly slower, but overall, I think you're going to be better off with gamma lasers, which really begs the question why you would ever want a Null Void Beam. Maybe if you didn't research this tech, it would be good. Even compared to the Railgun, which is the other anti-shield weapon, it's not good. This does 210, so against shield damage, it'll do 315 damage. Not bad. Not quite the 380 that the null void beam is doing, but it's still a decent amount of damage. And this one fires faster. The railgun fires at 3.45 versus 4.4. That's a whole one difference here. Almost one difference. 0.95 difference. That's significant. Much more significant than the 0.2 difference between the gamma laser and the null void beam. And these are only level 4 railguns. I haven't researched the level 5 yet. Their accuracy is a little bit lower, tracking is the same, range is 100, so they do shoot farther than the gamma lasers, and they almost shoot as far as the null void beam. So that means that against shields they're doing, I would say, equivalent damage, and then against armor they're doing 105 damage, which is 4 times as much damage, a little more than 4 times as much damage as the null void beam to armor. And they're doing the full 210 damage to the hull. So again, I don't quite see where the null void beam fits into here. So I'm not going to equip it on my ships. As cool as it looks and as interesting as it is as a tech, it really doesn't have any value on a ship. So why would you put it on any of them? So for that reason, I won't have it. Let's take a look at this. We may want to consider moving away from quantum missiles at some point. And that time might be now. I think for now I'm going to hold on to them, but we'll see. And I'm just going to review a couple of the other ships to see what we have here. This is just a mid-range fighter. I perhaps want to put some picket on this ship to help out my larger ships with picketing. These will shoot down missiles and fighters and beat mid-range. I don't have a lot of destroyers, and I probably don't need to do this, but I will for now. Then I have my carrier and broadside cruiser, and I have my battleship, which is also a carrier, but it mostly hangs back at medium and long range with lasers. And we're a very laser-heavy fleet, but I do have some railguns in here to break up this over-reliance on lasers, just in case we run across a race that is nasty on hull damage. I know shields have like crazy shields, so this will cut through the shields, and the lasers can come in and steal the show. We're going to need a bit of a power issue on this system. Might be better for me to run the advanced thing here and bring this up to a level 5 laser instead to do more damage. I didn't save that because I was silly. If I do this, actually, if I get rid of this, I might have enough to just do it and not have to worry about. Yeah. Let's just do that. And we have 13 left. Maybe I can do something that only costs 10. So the fire control only costs 10, and it gives me a chance to hit +5. Regenerative hull costs nothing. Let's throw a little regenerative hull on here as well. Why not? Save that. That makes that a little bit better, I think. Might figure out the difference between these two. So I think I'm going to get rid of cruiser and make everything a disassembler. Yeah. We'll do that. I remember I panicked before, and I had to adjust my ships. Now we got battleship, which I think I'll keep. We'll get rid of the upcycler. And we'll rename this the upcycler. Probably been easier if I just adjusted the other one, but we'll keep it like this. This one is a heavy kinetic ship with some laser. I'm going to switch this one to a laser as well. And we've got our multi-strike craft here and some point defense as well. I think you're doing good down here. Yep, that looks good. We got a whole lot of extra power. I could probably downgrade the engine if I wanted to. The other thing I want to introduce is jump drives into all my ships, so let's save that. Because they're just so much better than having to do not have enough power. No problem. There we go. So I like jump drives better because it allows you to skip parts of the map that are difficult to get around. So if I needed to get down here in a hurry, I could just come to here and then jump to like here and then keep going. And you do get a malus from jump drives after you've jumped for I think it's 170 days or something like that. You're at half strength, but then it all comes back. Let's unpause. I spent a lot of time pause there. Just wanted to talk about those weapons, which I've completely forgotten the name of now, and I'll take a look at it in a second, because this is probably something you should know. Let's grab the cryo revitalization centers. Completely forgotten what we were talking about. The null void beam, that's right. Abandoned gateway. We have encountered another abandoned gateway, this time near this black hole. It appears to have been built entirely by microscopic nanites of an unknown origin. Unlike the previous structure, this gateway has been significantly altered since its initial construction. Its connected to the rest of the network has been severed. Instead, the only valid destination is an uncharted group of stars in the L cluster. Interesting.
This situation has been cataloged.
We found an L cluster thingamading. So need some insights to get there. I don't think we have any L cluster gateways in our territory. Oh, goodbye the Marauders. No, I don't think we do. Oh, no, that's just a gateway. And that's a hyper relay. No, I think we're fine. I don't think we have any of that stuff. Do we find another archaeological site? Let's see. Where is this one? Right over there. Okay. Not useful. Now what are these things? This is Omega Company. Okay. We have the curator order here. I'm pretty sure we have the curator thing on here. Yes, I do. Perfect. And we have up here, this is the another why are words failing me right now? Another mercenary group. So we're okay with them. This is a commerce exchange. This is a governor. Interesting. Sure, let's hire a governor. And then I think if we build a station here, we can get a special like building on the space station. As for Teacher of the Shroud, sure. Amenities and Unity. Sounds great. Travel via the Shroud. We would like a Shroud beacon. And then what is our fate? I won't pay. Did it build the beacon for me? I don't see one. Good, credit whatever. That was a hard word to say. Auto-curating vault, there we go. Revitalization center was built. There we go. It's over here. Is this the artisan tree?
Construction completed. Hastily.
It's the Union of Potterers. Ah. What reclaimed vessels do you have? Interesting. Could get a battleship, some cruisers, a Corvette squadron. Sure, let's grab a battleship. I have money for this? Yeah. Grab that. Let's grab the destroyer. Let's grab the Corvette. Sounds great. Engineering research sounds great. What's this? So we get 3,000 monies, which I have, 150 alloys, which I have. Trust for the recyclers must be 20. I don't have 20 trust yet, even though I just bought a bunch of stuff from them. Salvage some debris. We're not going to scrap a fleet. Right, well, we'll just take that as we want. These are all in Feral Star. Yeah, and let's put them with this guy. There we go. Looks good. Let's upgrade this fleet. Let's upgrade all 3 fleets. The new designs.
Research complete.
Got some more research. Research on research sounds good. Let's get encryption. Let's see what our ships are doing. Okay, you're done here. Got all that done. That gives me quick access to up there. I have 2 portals here, so I really don't need to build anything out here. I just need to have a gateway access from somewhere else in my empire. I have ship access over here pretty quick. Down here I do not. Actually I do, because up here I can just pop in there. So I think we're pretty good for hyper relays. I don't need to go anywhere else with them. So let's consider bringing you home. You wanted to build one more though, over to here. And probably over to the CyberX Alpha, eventually. You're over here, you did what you needed to do. So why don't you do exploring as well? Actually, let's see about putting you on a planet. I don't need that. Who makes a good amount of things? Belazir does. Do you have a science ship? You do. What about here? A couple of 46s. Ranticon has one. Where are you, Ranticon? Are you over here? You are, and you don't have anybody. Okay, so let's take you. Science ship. Just this research here. Yeah, that seems good. And we're missing a governor, so let's go planets and sectors.
Construction completed.
You're missing a governor. We just got a new one. Stick you there. Make sure nobody else is missing a governor while we're at it. Close that up. Close that up. Everybody else seems to have what they need. Good. So you're here in Feral Star. I'm not quite sure what to do with you. So we'll just hold out for now. Do I have access to habitats, orbital rings, and hyper relays? Okay. We're still low on volatile motes. Okay, let's build a few volatile motes things. You could use some stuff, so why don't we build some mote things here. We'll build 4, I think. And I'll get a few more generator districts while we're at it. You needed some work. Let's build a couple more of these industrial districts. You need some jobs as well. I have a merchant job ready to go. Let's build a bit of mining stuff. In fact, let's build one mining thing there and one there. There we go. So how's our tech doing? Not bad. We're almost done mega engineering, so I really should start saving up alloys. We have 12,000 now. That's pretty good. How much do we need for these sectors? Let's take a look. We need 10,000. Alright, so I need 40,000. I think I can only do one at a time. 5 months.
Research complete.
Auto curating vault is done. Let's get sure, we'll get the flagella out of here.
Our
3 months.
ships have been made. Less off. Our ships have been made.
Good.
Less off.
More upgrades to the ships being completed. Oh, terraforming candidate. It's way out there, though. I should take a look at my... Nope, incorrect. Planet expanders is colonizable. I do have a bunch of planets I could colonize in our home system here, but what if I terraform them first? Is there an easy way to terraform here? Okay, let's take a look at the worlds here. There we go. So my race likes species recyclers. My race likes tundra preference. Okay, what do we have? A bunch of free worlds here. We have tomb worlds, ocean, continental, and savanna. Okay, so let's go back to my species. Where are we here? Recyclers. Let's create a template. And let's change you to... I can't do tomb, that's too bad. Let's change you to continental. Drop that. And I can have a 3-pointer to replace it. Let's see what else we got here. I can increase the habitability of my race. I already got plus 20. I don't really need the plus 30. Army damage, minerals, energy, amenities, pop usage, science, experience, unity, even more science. Maybe the science one? Yeah, sure. Let's create that template, and then let's create another template that gives me Savannah, and we'll do, say energy for this one. Why not? And I can create a third template that does ocean worlds. Drop that, and why don't we do farming. There we go. So let's settle those worlds and then I'll change the pop there. Don't have Tomb World. That's okay. So we'll do Savannah. Continental. Ocean. You know what? Let's settle these Tomb Worlds while we're at it too. There we go. These things just out of my range. These are toxic worlds. Oh, yeah. And a barren world. So where are you? You're too far away. You are in Zeta Reticuli. Okay, you're here. Toxic world. Can I convert? Is this the toxic world? I think this is. I cannot fix that yet. Okay, well, we'll look into fixing those toxic worlds. Oh, I think it's an Ascension perk. That's right. That's new to this DLC. Good, our gateway's reactivated.
Research complete.
So now you have two gateways. Apparently you can go over there, and I guess over here too. Oh, it's in here? Is this a hyper relay? Yeah. Not sure why this is showing up, but it is. What did we research? Mega engineering. Okay. Perfect. Elegate insight could be good. Could get synthetics. Always fun. Flak artillery sounds good. Let's get flak artillery. That'll upgrade that particular thing. Mega engineering is done. Let's get a ruin ring. Off we go. Can I do you yet? Only one mega structure at a time. That's what I thought. But we're off to the races. What are you doing? You're here. Let's continue to build these hyper relays, and we'll build them all the way to CyberX, actually.
Research complete.
Amoeba flagella is done. Xenomorph army could be good. Climate restoration, that's what I want. That'll help with Tomb Worlds. Bring them back, make them more livable. Still don't have much to build for you. Can't build hyper relays, but that's it. I haven't researched any of the other mega engineering stuff. How are we doing on the traditions here? All these are filled out. We're working on mercantile. Apparently I can purchase mercantile.
Construction completed.
Market fee I don't really need. Trade value, sure. Oh, and I got Voidborn. So maybe I should consider building those as well. What does it cost for me to build a... Hold on. To build a megastructure? Habitat? I need 100 influence. Okay, well, we'll wait for that. You? I don't really need the happiness and stability or the alloys, so I think we'll just hold off.
Construction completed. Hasted.
Good, you're done? Yep. These are all nicely set up. Perfect. Let's check our pirate network. Do we have piracy? Not seeing much. Seem to be pretty good at tamping down the piracy. There's a bit over here. I think upgrading the Elfinor station would help. Let's do that. I think Dupre can go away now and we can move them.
Our colonists have reached their
Let's
destination.
upgrade this station as well, and this station as well. And this one down here. Big upgrade spam here. Grab that one. This one doesn't seem quite as necessary anymore. We'll upgrade this one too. And why not? We'll do this one as well.
Research complete.
We'll get back to that. Encryption. Very good. Neutron launchers. Sentry array. Science nexus. Let's get the science nexus going. We're a little behind in tech, I believe.
Our colonists have reached their destination.
Good. Colonies are being colonized. Some energy credits. That's super. More research complete. Good. The flags are done. Let's get habitats done. And make even better habitats. Let's upgrade all our ships.
Our ships have been made.
I should probably finish expanding the ships and get up close to that 500 number. So let's get these
Research complete.
guys going. A little more research. Climate restoration. Excellent. Yes, we'd like to purchase this service, please. Pause for a second. What else would I like? Let's get another tire blocker out of the way. Why not? Got some of your ships coming back in. Should get one more Corvette. These are destroyers.
Our colonists
Yeah.
have reached their destination. Research complete.
Are the colony settled? Oh, some more research. Good. Tile blocker. Fleet command limit might be good because right now we're capped at 130 and times 3, that's 390. So we could have a fourth fleet, which would take that to 490, 520, which would be a little bit short, so fleet command limit seems good. Let's see what else we can get here. Resources from jobs also sounds good. Yeah, let's get that. And then we'll get that fleet command limit. Oh, we have 100 things. Let's build some habitats. So you want to build habitats around stars with resources. because it impacts what is available on the habitat. I believe, unless that's the old system. It's been a little while since I built habitats, so I'm not 100% sure. So I'm going to find a system with a science thing I don't mind taking over. So at the beginning of the game, these science things are very useful, but now I'm making oodles of science, right? I'm making 976 physics research, so this extra +3 is really not that much of a bonus anymore. So if there's a planet, because you can't build a habitat around the sun, if there's a planet that has like 3 science, then it's not all that useful. So might as well replace it with a habitat that's a little better at doing that kind of research. You have to find it here, and I really don't like this sort of hunt and peck for all this. Doesn't really seem worth it. No. Nishpan, do you have anything? No, although if I build it around Nishpan 1, I might get alloy generation bonus. That one I don't know. I have to look it up. I usually don't play with habitats all that much. I just find them a pain to manage. They're actually quite powerful, but they're a pain in the bum to manage. See, I don't know if I build well, I can't build a habitat around an asteroid, but say this was a planet. I'm not sure I could, if it would just delete this, or if it would actually make a decent habitat there. I'm mad at just building habitats wherever. We'll find out. I want to build them in my home system though, because if you concentrate your worlds in one thing, you can put really good governors in charge of that, and it really makes an exponential difference to your production and the quality of the planets. So here's one here. I could probably build a habitat here around Bonos, and this 5 doesn't make a huge difference. Why don't we come over here and we build a megastructure? We're still lacking 22. It's 150. Alright, why don't you come over here and then we'll build a megastructure of Bonos.
A system has been surveyed. Our colonists have reached their destination.
You see how fast these hyper relay networks work. Our ship is already almost there. Boop. See how fast it goes? It's like 10 seconds. 15 seconds. Just gotta wait a little bit more. One more month and then we can build. There we go. Build megastructure. Oh. Okay, cannot build on habitat. Oh, I was clicking on the wrong thing. Here we go. Right here, please. Click it right here, or I do it right here. This ship. Build megastructure, habitat. There we go. It's a little finicky at times. Alright, so this is all set up. That's good. This is going to have planets at some point. It's just going to have to wait a minute. Let's have you head over to Farud here, and we'll consider building a hyperlane network out. I know I said I wasn't going to because we got this hyper relay, but that's not what it means. Well, actually, I should build it to here because this is hyper relay. Here, and build this out into our system. Good, good.
Our colonists have reached their destination.
How are you doing? Oh, you're coming along. Can I build this a little bit more? I can. Now we're just getting more battleships in. how do we fare? We're still equivalent over here. What about you guys? Still equivalent over here. Alright. What about the Tidal? You're inferior to us. Excellent. You have a truce. Are you in? Yeah. You're the subject of someone, but it doesn't say here who they're subject to. Interesting. What about you? Still equivalent, right?
Research complete.
You don't have any interest? No, even if I knocked it down, they don't. Okay. Ah, resources and
The
jobs.
system has
Excellent.
been surveyed.
The naval capacity, I suppose. How about you build the hyper relay station here? Looks like I already have another ship here, so why don't I build one over here? We can hop skip our way up. Question is, do I want to go this way, through the commerce exchange, or the other way? Ooh, contraband. Excellent. Excellent.
Construction completed.
What is this? Oh, it's the enigmatic cache. No problem. That takes us to the end of this episode. We're running a little
Colony
overtime here.
established. One more place to
When we
live
get
our
back, we'll
lives.
start gene modifying some of our race to be better suited to live on other planets. So until then, I hope you have a great day, and we'll see you in the next one.